control on a curve and struck a tree. The driver was pronounced dead at the scene. Speed and alcohol are not believed to be factors, but the Montcalm sheriff says he was not wearing a seatbelt.
New at noon, Bridge card holders will get additional food assistance this month. More than 700,000 Michigan families will receive at least $95 extra to help lower the cost of groceries during this record period of inflation. Eligible families will see the extra funds added to their cards sometime between now and June 20th.
An update now to a
So that'll be next week.
Closing arguments in the murder trial of Richard Rojas having postponed. Rojas is accused of killing a Portage woman as he drove into pedestrians with his car in New York City's Times Square. 18-year-old Alyssa Ellsman was the only person killed in the attack in May 2017. Ellsman was a Portage Central High School graduate visiting New York with her mother and sister on vacation. Rojas is charged with 1 count of second-degree murder and 22 counts of attempted murder. Rojas faces life in prison if convicted. And just into our newsroom, we've learned the committee investigating the Capitol riot is postponing Wednesday's hearing. The hearing was supposed to feature Trump-era Justice Department officials. The new date for the public hearing has not yet been announced.
An FDA advisory committee reviewing Moderna and Pfizer-BioNTech's emergency use authorization request today. The request to vaccinate children between 6 months and 5 years of age against COVID-19. Now, this is the only age group not eligible for vaccination right now. Recent documents from the FDA show that both vaccines are safe and effective for children. After officials vote on the issue, the entire agency will determine if it will grant the authorization. The CDC will then decide if they agree with the FDA's decision. The White House previously said vaccines for young children may start being available next week.
President Biden will travel to the Middle East next month. The White House says Biden plans to stop in Israel, the West Bank, and Saudi Arabia during his trip from July 13th to 16th. Biden's decision to meet with Saudi leaders comes after he pledged during his campaign to make the kingdom a, quote, pariah. It also comes as you continue to pay for more for
Junkyard
gas.
Empire.
Saudi Arabia is the world's largest oil exporter. Marine veteran Trevor Reed is taking action against Russia. Reed filing a petition
Junkyard Empire
Monday, claiming Moscow violated international law. Reed sentenced to 9 years in Russian prison after being accused of getting into a fight with police officers.
I don't want to do next.
Tonight at 11 on.
Hi guys, having lunch.
Want more from your vitamins? At Nature's Bounty, we give you more. More immune support.
Hi guys, just made myself some lunch. Gonna have some lunch now. Starving.
More restful sleep. With the first ever triple action sleep supplement.
Just having lunch, guys.
More digestive support with 20 billion probiotic cultures. We give
Just having lunch because I haven't had lunch yet, and it's noon, so I'm having lunch. I mean, come on, guys. I wanted lunch, so I thought, you know what? I'm gonna cook myself some lunch. I would go outside and have it, but you know, I was thinking about it. But I thought, nah, I'm just gonna make my own lunch. It'd be easier, and I won't be as hot. So yeah. So I made myself some fish and chips. Instead, I replaced the fish with chicken. Pretty good, guys. I'm having fish and chips for guys for lunch. Except instead of fish, it's chicken. That's all I'm going to tell you guys. So yeah, I don't like fish, so that's what I'm doing.
Really expensive. So I've got my Motor Whiz Kid Blair on the case. I'm hoping he has some good news for me.
I'm pretty sure that through this injector just full on open, just filling up that cylinder.
Yeah,
That's
well,
not good.
I'm not going outside because it's just too dang hot. I had breakfast at the diner. It's too hot. Go home. Go to the. I had plans today, but I'm gonna do them tomorrow.
I wouldn't say that. Come on, do me a favor and open up that oil cap. Take a real good whiff.
I don't like this.
I don't like it either.
It smells like fuel.
Yeah, and I think that you have a completely washed cylinder.
Besides being hot outside, it's been a pretty good day today.
Because fuel has no
I might do some gaming later.
properties at all, and it cuts the oil really thin and can kill your bearings on your crankshaft. Anything that requires lubrication, it's not going to get gasoline.
wash cylinder. This thing has 3,000 miles on it. I got a buyer for it. See if you can't get that compression back. Because if this thing's washed, I'm a freak.
Pretty much Andy told me the world's gonna freaking come apart if I don't get this car fixed. Oh, jeez. And I need to pray to the car gods, please, that we didn't damage any of the rings running the same with a wide open injector. Hey, thanks for giving me a hand doing this compression test. The point of a compression test is to see what the internal health of the engine is. Because if we don't have any good PSI, any pressure in that cylinder, this is a serious problem. Alright, so you watch the gauge, I'll crank it? Yeah, man, I'm just hoping for 140 PSI. I don't know if I can look at this thing, man. I'm gonna cover it. I'm really starting to get nervous. I've got my fingers, my toes, everything crossed because I need compression. This has to happen. Because Andy has a buyer. We gotta get this thing going. It's gotta be done. Tell me when. Crank it, baby. Sounds pretty even. Oh, yeah! 150! Woo! Oh, nice. We got compression, baby. 150 PSI. And it was just probably a little fuel loss, a little cut from that too much fuel, not enough oil combination, and we're ready to rock and roll. Andy's gonna be stoked. All right, you know what that means when Andy's happy? Everybody gets paid. Everyone gets a paycheck.
Anything that pulls up to the junkyard that is worth a lot, I'm willing to put a lot into it. I don't care what it is. It can be a Corvette, Chevelle, Mustang. It doesn't matter. If it has some sort of value to it, I'm willing to put money in.
If a 57 Chevy baby blue convertible pulled up with a baby blue top with baby blue seats, and I had to put a fortune into it, I would, because I love the car. That's where profit goes out the window and your feelings are more important.
We're working on the fire truck today. People from the fire company wanted the engine painted black. The original motor had a gold valve cover on, but it painted gold also. All right, man, she's in there. Yeah. How much have you got hooked up? Well, I got all the wiring hooked up, but I was just about to find out if she'll crack. Well, go ahead. It's a foot start?
Yeah, it's a foot starter. I haven't got that part in yet. This is a lever on top of the starter. All right.
We know it turns over.
Yep, that's what I was my main concern.
That's a great sign that this old Rio motor still got it. Once Mike gets the electrical hooked up and we get some fuel to it, this baby's gonna fire right up.
All right, man, that sounds good. So how much more oil crank you gotta hook up?
A lot. I gotta try to wire new wires into old, fragile wires.
Fuel and air, man. That's all it needs. Fuel and air and spark.
This is the problem. If I didn't have to worry about that electric.
Well, it ran before, so it'll run.
Train never stopped.
Now that we
No.
have good compression, I'm gonna go ahead and swap in the new fuel injector. I'm so close to having this white wrench fixed up and good to go.
Alright, so there you have it.
Because Peacock's streaming tons of new movies to love.
Just have a look.
Streaming on Peacock.
All right, man. What do you think? Holy, that thing looks awesome.
It is badass.
I love the paint job. Did you guys do all the work?
We did all this in-house. I picked the colors out myself. I wanted like this offset gray that really make the black pop and the red pinstripe would match the calipers and the red pinstripe on the wheels that we painted. I wanted everything just to flow really well. It's got new rubber all the way around. I got smoked headlights. It's a 10th anniversary edition, so it has a special badging. It has the special seats. You see the badge on the console right there? That's all one-off 10th anniversary stuff.
I've been looking for a Viper for a long time. I was not able to afford one new, but this is definitely something I've been looking for.
These things are $160 new, man.
That's just crazy.
Yeah,
160 grand for this car.
beautiful.
You want to see underneath the hood?
Definitely.
Wow. So we put on full header, full exhaust. It totally changed the sound of the car. I mean, it probably added a good 40 to 50 horsepower. And these things are already at 600.
I love just the color in the engine,
Yep.
the way the red looks.
Everything ties in.
It's a beautiful car.
Yep. Let's go for a ride now. I'll show you how this thing runs. Let's do it. The guys did an awesome job. It's a great build. You gotta love it when you can take something that looked like that and turn it into this. It had 4 inches of dust on it. It looked like a total wreck. And my guys brought this thing back to life. You ready?
Ready? Car's fast. It's ridiculous. I can't believe this. This car is badass. It's fast. It's powerful. It really takes off down the road. It's an awesome car. It sounds great.
Boy, did I take Justin for a ride. He was looking for no handle.
Going on the test drive with Andy was quite an adventure. How was that, man? That was awesome.
Was that cool? I thought you'd like it.
It was really, really a lot of fun. I wasn't expecting that.
That's what it's like to be a Viper owner, man.
I do love it.
That's good. I hope you love it enough to pay 70 grand for it. That's what I'm asking.
70 grand. The car's used, Andy. I was thinking more like 55.
55? Come on, man. I'm not doing this again here. No way. It's a 10th anniversary Viper. They're $160 new.
You come down first, Andy, and then I'll come up.
All right, it was damaged. I'll do it for 62. That's a deal.
Let's meet in the middle at 60 and we'll call it a day.
That's not the middle. 60 grand. All right, got a deal. Got a good car.
I love it.
Yep. Don't like saying it, but my dad was right. I sold the car for 60K. It's double what I paid for it. I made a bunch of money. He's happy. I'm happy. And it's out of the garage.